Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
Hey folks, it's Mike Kruizinga. We are back, InsideRealEstateRadio.com, InsideRealEstateRadio.com. Come on in, stay a while. Guess what, folks? It's time for our high school sports segment. I am super stoked to talk to head coach from Katy football, high school champion, 6A this year, Coach Gary Joseph from down the Houston area, Katy, Texas, high school football state champion. Coach, are you on the line with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Coach, it's a real pleasure to talk to you. I was looking over your numbers again, and just an amazing record down there. The latest numbers I have, 168 wins and 14 losses. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Been very fortunate around here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're running one heck of a program down there. And, I was looking over some of the scores from this season, and a lot of shutouts. And now you had a perfect season this year, isn't that right?
Yes, sir. We ended up being 16-0. We had a good football team. The kids have played very well together. Yeah,
it's kind of the immaculate season, 16-0, and then you finish it off with the state championship. Of course, state championships are nothing unusual for you guys down there, multi-time state champions down there, but to do it on a perfect season has got to be, one heck of a ordeal.
It's a tough deal in Texas winning a state championship, and we appreciate each and every one we have won because we know how hard they are to come by.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you a question. When you've got so many of these shutouts, and they're by large margins, you're putting up huge numbers, 46-0, 57-0, 52-0, 84-0. Is it hard to keep the kids focused, and is it hard to keep their foot on the gas?
No, sir. Like I said, the expectations, at Katy are real high, and the kids understand that it's just a process. And, the games that we won, set out, we were just fortunate this year. We had a little depth, so when we subbed in, the kids' performance didn't drop off. And so for that, we were very, like I said, fortunate and blessed. We've had some good football teams in the past that have played very well together. And like I said, this team played well together. The defense complemented the offense. The offense complemented our special teams and stuff. So we were just very fortunate in that respect.
Sure. So you just had a very deep roster, and it's kind of, the next man up. And so it's nice when, if you're resting starters, the next guys come in and it's like nothing changed, right?
And that's it, right. And we had a lot of injuries early in the year, and we were able to have some kids come in and come through. And by the time they got well, we created a lot of depth and things, and it really made our football team better.
Sure. Tell me a little bit about what you do down there that's special to keep keep the expectations up, but also delivering on those expectations. And young kids, young men are hard to corral, and it takes a particular type of person, a particular type of coach to really demand that respect and run the show and keep it going consistently is very difficult. How are you doing that down there?
Well, there's no, secret to this trade. Our kids, hard work is still the answer for them, and they understand if they're going to be a part of it, that they're going to have to learn what work and what, trust and what values are. And we're very fortunate at Katy that we have a great administration that supports our coaching staff, and we have kids and parents that support our coaches, And a lot of places, the parents want to micromanage. Around here, they let us coach their kids, and I think that's very important. And they trust us to sit there, and we're going to do the right thing by their kids. And our kids, therefore trust us too, because they understand that if they will be coached and allow themselves to be coached and allow themselves to be humble and be unselfish, that they have a chance to do something great for the school and for themselves as they go through this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I guess it helps as well for those parents to trust you, especially when you're about to be inducted into the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. That helps, doesn't it?
Well, that's a compliment to this. I mean, not even have to think that I could have done it without the kids, and I have great coaches, and have had great coaches that have worked with us through the years, and they have built great relationships with our kids and parents and our community. So yeah, it's all about trust.
Yeah, it is. And Katy is just a great little area down there. I actually had one of my clients that I helped sell their home in Pflugerville over in Austin, and just had one of the best agents that I referred them to down in Katy, and they purchased down in Katy, and they're absolutely loving it down there. They're folks are executives over there at the new water park down there, and they just have amazing things to say about Katy, and Katy really is a great area. Talk a little bit more about how the transition was when you kind of moved over from other positions there kind of into 04, and kind of you kept your foot on the gas, because y'all had state championships before, but you kind of kept it foot on the gas and just kept it going and going and going down there.
Well, and it was a great thing. Katy is probably the fastest growing area in the United States and overall, and we have 7 high schools with high school aid on the board, and even the next one, designed to be drawn up and stuff. We have, because of the success we've had, we have a good program. We have a good feeder program. Our junior high kids, they come up and, they sit there and go to ball games, and they watch and see, and they can see the excitement in the crowd every week. The parents get out and support their kids. The people in the community get out and support the kids. It's not like that in a lot of places. A lot of it's because of the way our kids play, and a lot of it is because of the way they handle themselves. And, that expectation hasn't gone down, and we still, expect them to act like young men and people that people can be proud of, and the standard is still there, and the standard's been set. It's just a matter of living up to the standard.
Right.
The other thing that we've been able to do is, like I said, I've been able to hire great coaches around this place, and they come in, and even if they haven't been a part of a championship, they've worked and made us champions. And it was great this year because I had 6 coaches that hadn't won a state championship, and just to feel the joy and elation for them was a great feeling and a great thing for our kids and stuff. And so each and every one of the championships you win are very special, and each one of them are quite different, like you say. But the biggest thing when taking over is I wanted the program to stay at a high level, and we worked and make sure we came to work every day to put it at a high level.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's just a testament, to what you were doing down there, and you kind of kept that philosophy going and added your own mix to it, but it is all about, the players have to, buy in, the coaches have to buy in, and, the head coach has to do so many things. It's a cult of personality, and to have the charisma and the drive and the energy to keep all these parts going. A lot of people don't understand how much it takes out of you as a head coach. You the ups and the downs of the season, and then dealing with parents as well. And so I just applaud you and everything you're doing down there to build such a great program, but every head coach out there as well.
You're quite right and stuff. The coaches have to sacrifice, a lot every day, because they spend a lot of time away from their family. But as we've talked to our coaches about, your family is most important in things, but it's not all about quantity; it's about quality, and to make sure you spend quality time with your own kids. Not just the kids we coach, but with your own kids.
Sure, absolutely. And, speaking of kids, one of your kids, I understand, made it to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, which was played yesterday in San Antonio. I believe Kyle Porter made the roster, one of your running backs. Is that right?
Yes, and he did. Unfortunately, he was hurt the last 4 games of the year, and after the season's over, he had an MRI done, and they put him in a boot. He didn't get to play, but he was there representing Katy ISD and had a fantastic time.
I know, I saw that. That was unfortunate with the injury and the timing, and but to be a part of that was such a huge thing, especially having missed some time during the season as well. So just a huge honor for him, and of course for your football team down there as well.
No question. That's what we talk about. And Kyle will be the first to tell you. The recognition he's gained is because of the team. And And in our place, our kids still understand. They'll put the team first, and no doubt that kid's just another one of the ones that did. He played hurt, he played injured, and he played well with it and stuff. He made no excuses.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, hey, I really appreciate your time calling in on a Sunday morning. Folks, this has been Coach Gary Joseph down in Katy, state champions, 6A, Katy football, multi-time state champion head coach with an amazing, perfect, immaculate season, 16-0, capped off with the state championship. And what an amazing program they have down there. By the way, this head coach is 168-14. These are numbers that, to me, are just crazy numbers. 168 wins, only 14 losses. Just a great man. And Coach, we really appreciate you calling in and talking to us today. And great wishes for a great season next year. And, congratulations on an amazing season this past season.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate what you said about us and our program. And I really appreciate your insight. It's been very good, and I appreciate. It's been good talking to you.
Same here, Coach. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Folks, that was our high school sports segment. We were just talking with Gary Joseph, head coach down in Katy, Texas. I love talking to the coaches because they do so much for us. And like he says, they really, really sacrifice. And not just, head football coaches, head volleyball coaches, even the secondary coaches of volleyball, softball, baseball, track, everybody. The coaches, they spend so much time away from their family, and they help in the community, and they help the kids, and they're integral in building our kids into more productive folks in society down the line. That's why I love doing the high school sports segment. Love sports, of course, but high school sports, high school athletics is just really important out there. By the way, next week we're going to be talking to head coach of Cedar Park, Carl Absick. So high school sports segment next week, we'll be talking to Cedar Park head coach Carl Absick. But really, I'm just in awe of Coach Gary Joseph's numbers. 168 wins is just absolutely ridiculous. Folks, we're going to take a short break, and I'm going to come right back and finish it out. See you in a few.